Oh, we're live. Hi everybody on the Horn Hangouts. Welcome. I know there's so many of you watching from all over the world, and we're having a really, we say in German, gemütlich, a really cozy afternoon. And and Fritz hasn't turned off the sound on his iPad. So welcome to you all. I'm really happy and really proud to introduce you to German Brass. They don't need any introduction. Welcome, guys. You had a long way to get here today, most of you. Not everybody's actually made it, have they? We're missing Klaus and Uwe and Diana. Good, but they might make it during the hangout. And Herbie. Yeah. Of course, you have a percussionist now as part of German Brass, so it's part of German Brass and percussion. So, we're looking forward to your questions. I've seen a lot of your questions already on the chat. And so please send them in. I'll get to them as many as I can. We have the boys in the corner. Fritz and Uwe are already enjoying the chat, and Ambo is going to be having a look as well. So keep them coming. German Brass will be getting a copy of the chat as soon as this is over. So keep it clean. Anyway, welcome, guys. Welcome to you. May I introduce you? Ready to swing around and introduce everyone? We have Alice Erbrich-Crawford. Welcome, Alex.
Yeah.
Welcome. You came from Stuttgart today?
Yes. No, from Karlsruhe.
From Karlsruhe,
Yeah.
where you were. Did you drive?
No, by train.
Okay. The legendary Wolfgang Gag.
Hello.
Hello. And we look forward to your English.
Oh yeah, I try to do it.
Wolfgang is one of the founding members of German Brass.
Right,
You've been in German Brass since 1984.
Yeah,
74, long time. 74, my goodness, 74.
Yeah, we did it first as a quintet, you know.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, 40 years.
40 years.
Yeah.
So you joined when you were 12.
Oh, well, thank you for the compliment. Thank you very much.
Then we have Stefan Ambrosius. We call him Ambo, and he is responsible for the bottom of German Brass. True? Tuba player, and you've been in the group since
2007.
2007. Yeah. Alex, I forgot to ask you, how long have you been in the group?
1999.
99, so it's all very mixed here. Yeah. I don't need to introduce, probably, Matthias Herbst, one of my absolute all-time heroes, principal trumpet, and also you've been in the group for a long time.
Yeah, since 84. And
that's where I got the 84
Yeah, and it was the first concert I could play with the group.
The tentet.
The tentet.
Yes. The tentet, not the quintet.
The tentet. Yeah. But that's also quite a long time, and also you're responsible for a lot of the arrangements, but we'll get back to that. Christoph Berwind, he's responsible for the top of the group on the piccolo trumpet. And you've been in the group since 1992 as well.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's really...
Yeah. So also a long time.
Also a long time.
Yeah.
You two came from Hamburg this morning, yeah? And Ambo and Wolfgang came with our next two members from Munich. There's a very nice picture on Facebook of all four of them on the car. Uwe Fussel, bass trombone, welcome. Also from Munich, from Bavaria State Opera. And we have a very special guest today, who is the newest member of German Brass, Fritz Winter. You are so new that you've only been in the group for a week, right?
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday!
I played my first concert 2 years ago.
Yes,
as a guest.
As a guest, and you guys have been trying out a lot of trombone players and also fantastic trombone players, and you decided on Fritz yesterday.
Because of my good beer, not because of my good
Some weeks ago.
What do you mean because of your good beer? Do you make beer?
My father was a hop farmer. The biggest hop growing area in the world. It's called Holledau. Did you hear it?
Holledau, I didn't, but now I'm going to Google immediately. Could someone please post a link to Holledau and Fritz's father's beer? Is he online?
It's not that beer.
So that's why you think they took you? Had nothing to do with your...
No.
Really not.
Fritz also plays euphonium in the group. So I played a concert last week with the boys, and Fritz was standing next to me, and I was very impressed because in the part it says fingers. You have to really take care of Fingerfest.
Yes.
I was impressed. You have to really work with those fingers. You have incredibly fast stuff to play on the euphonium.
Came from the piano.
The piano. Yeah, oh, you came from the piano. That's
Early
interesting.
times.
Ah. Uwe, how long have you been in the group?
Since 2002.
2002. So what's amazing about you guys is that you all have day jobs. You all have normal day jobs, but whenever there's a German brass concert, and there are many German brass concerts, how many German brass concerts do you have a year?
Up to 70 in the best years, and normally about 40, 50 concerts.
That's a lot of traveling because they're rarely in the cities where you live, right? So how many hours do you think you would spend traveling a year to get to German brass concerts?
All the playing.
More than
It's a lot. It's a lot of traveling. It's like there's the concert, and everyone from German brass is sort of trickling in from all over the place. I have Stefan. Can I show you something? I have Uwe Köller here. Actually, I have him on the iPad. So sorry about this. There's too much technical stuff here. Uwe Köller, the other, what do you call them? First trumpet, principal trumpet, everyone's trumpet, you're all first trumpets.
Only single trumpets.
Okay. We have a little hello from Uwe Köller.
Hello Sarah, and hi guys from German Brass. I'm sitting here in the Graz airport. My departure is in 1 hour, and well, I'm luckily be in time in Berlin. I hope to see you on stage. It takes some hours, but we're going to have fun again, I think. And the most important question I want to ask you, is there any reservation for the after show? Thanks and bye.
So that's our Uwe.
Very typical.
It's very typical of Uwe. He's very interested in the after show party. I haven't, because there's so many of you, I've never had a hangout with so many good-looking guys before in one room. Of course, my team is very good-looking, thanks to the team again, George, Jakob, and Stefan, and also astonishingly handsome Tim in Melbourne, who's up very late again tonight. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, round of applause for Tim. Round of applause for Tim. But I'm going to get on the chat to see what sort of questions are coming. Wolfgang, tell us a little bit about the very beginning of German brass.
Very beginning. That was in Berlin, started in Berlin. We started at the high school, Musikhochschule. Musikhochschule. There were some guys who played, they liked to play quintet. We didn't know any music, no stuff for play repertoire. So we wrote it by hand. And came together just for fun. And then we got positions in different orchestras, from Berlin to Munich to Stuttgart, and we made up our mind to do it again now in a real, professional way. Yeah. So we founded in '74 a quintet.
Yeah.
With a very, very nice name, Das Deutsche Blechbläser Quintett.
The German Brass Quintet. This is a very good German name.
Very good, yeah. And there we studied, and this was very, we had a lot of success, really a lot of concerts. We did some records. It was very, very nice to play. But then we made up to do it in a larger form. That we want. It was the anniversary of Bach, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And with 300. And with 5 guys, we couldn't realize all what we wanted, and we decided to do it double in a double group.
Is it easier to work in a double group than in a
It's not easier. We have more possibility to develop the stuff. Yeah.
So you became a 10-piece.
A 10-piece, yeah. It was 84, I think. Yeah. We got it, yeah. And since then, we play German brass. Me.
You, yeah. Matthias came along as the second longest standing member.
Yes.
You had a full-time job. You were playing principal trumpet at the opera. And what made this German brass so special that you wanted to? I mean, it takes up. It's like your life.
Yes.
German brass. It's
so for me, it was a dream to play in a German brass group. When I was 13 years old, I played in school group in a quintet, and I heard the recordings of Wolfgang with the quintet, and my dream was to play in this group. And some years later, I was 18 years old, I switched to come to rehearsal in Bamberg, and we did Bach toccata and fugue. So at this point, I started to arrange for the group, and we started to play concert. And it's a special atmosphere if you are from different cities come together. There are some ensembles play in one city and in one orchestra, but for us it's many things behind the music come together to tell about what happened in your orchestra and in your music academy, and it's some things more than music, and that's great fun. Yeah.
That's great fun. I can really say that it really is great fun, because when you guys call and say come, I mean, it's not since long that you've had a girl that the girl's been allowed to play with you.
You're the only one.
Yeah, well, it's a big honor.
The one and only.
It's a big honor, but it's
The one and only.
the one and only. Yes. Well, it's a big honor, but I must say that when you guys call, it's just such a pleasure to be able to. It's just such a fantastic atmosphere on stage. No matter, everyone arrives with a good mood, and the good mood starts from right to the beginning to goes to the very end when Alex gets on stage and sings Leroy Brown. Alex, why are you still playing the trombone? Actually, because you are such a fantastic singer, and you could do a cabaret act.
No. I like the trombone. In my street where I lived, I come from Mainz. The principal player from the Mainz Opera House, he lived in the street, and I can't remember, but when I was very young, I sang a lot in my playground, and he heard that. I can't remember that, and then he asked me to play trombone in the group in the church. He had a small group in the church, and he asked me, and I went to my mother. The guy asked me to play trombone. What is trombone? And my mother didn't know either, so we looked in the lexicon. What is it?
That dictionary.
Yeah. And this is this thing. And do you want to play? She asked me, and so that was the start. And I started trombone playing, and I loved it.
And how did you get into the group? Because they
To this group?
Yeah.
They asked me in '99. Enrique-Crawford, he asked me to play with the group in '99 for a concert.
You didn't have a special beer that helped you get
No.
into the group like
Wine.
Special wine.
Wait, it's special wine.
Oh, special wine? Really?
From
No.
wine.
Special wine, yeah.
Oh.
Riesling.
The same
Riesling.
town.
Riesling.
The same town.
You come from the same town as the wine.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's a good reason. But I must say, I tell you guys, if you haven't heard Alex doing Leroy Brown, you really have to. Actually, someone has just asked. You have so many questions coming. I'm sorry, I'm not paying too much attention, because with all these good-looking guys here, would you pay too much attention to the questions? But keep them coming. Somebody wanted to know. Martin McKenzie said, "Are there plans to present web-streamed upcoming concerts by German brass?" And there's a good question. You need Tim for that. We have to work that out.
Very good idea.
How about that for a good idea?
Very good idea.
Yeah, good.
If we have the possibility.
Let's work on that. I
Yeah.
think that would be a great idea. Ambo,
Yes.
the base of the group. What do you think of the chat?
I must say hi to Tim Greensleeves to Leipzig.
Ah, Tom Greenleaf.
Yeah,
Tom. You said Tim Greensleeves. I love that.
Tom is
wrote an arrangement for German for Riesling.
Tom is timpani player.
That's
and
nice.
I read it because he's sometimes guest in Munich
In Munich?
at the
There's a lot of-
State Opera.
There's a lot of people watching. Really, a lot of people watching. You are also quite a new member of the group. You replaced the legendary Walter Hilgers. And I've had a few tuba players already ask how you managed to stand for the whole concert and play, because you stand and you
I stand, but I
understand.
you have a stand.
I have a stand.
You stand with a stand.
I stand with a stand. I don't carry tuba actually.
Okay, that's.
I have a. I
And
have
is
a
it
stand.
especially is it a common thing for tuba players? Is this a normal sort of stand?
There are some common
Stands.
stands for tuba, but this one is a special one because it belonged to Walter Hilgers.
Then it's right. You could sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
Get a lot of money.
And now it's getting really old, and sometimes it
Ooh.
looks like it's going to break down in the next moment, but
Yeah.
it works.
It worked. I told the guys that they could get up and help themselves to coffee and cake and stuff, so that's why it might. Yeah. So please, Christoph, just help yourself.
I will come back.
You play the bass. You play the bass line. You're the walking bass.
Yeah.
I mean, really, standing next to you and Herbie behind us, your percussionist. You guys really keep everybody in time, but it's a lot of on the beat playing you have to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, yeah, I like it.
Do you ever get solos? Does have Matthias arranged a solo for you?
Sometimes,
But
but
you have to practice the
Yeah.
one play this.
What's it called?
This will be an aria from Barbier from Sevilla.
Good. Oh, we have the overture.
Barbier
So now the
Yeah.
which one? The one where Rosina is flirting with the singing.
Figaro.
Okay. Oh, good. Well, we want to hear that. Maybe
we
tonight.
have to try that, and we have to have a rehearsal. And
Yes.
That's one of the next big.
This is a good question, Christoph. Tell us about rehearsals, because when it's a very good lead into rehearsal. Because when you all come from all different cities, how on earth do you manage to rehearse?
That's really difficult, and often too less on the rehearsals. Matthias is trying to arrange the music.
Alex has some
And
great arrangements too. They're
Yeah.
really difficult things.
Since
no?
2 or 3 years, Alex also
Yeah.
is very good arranging, and so we have done. We do not have so much time. Everybody is practicing at his home, and they come together. And sometimes we are able to plan one day only for rehearsal without concert, but normally it's very few.
So today, German Brass has a concert here in the Chamber Music Hall. Anybody coming? Please write and tell us if you're coming, because we need lots and lots of people there. I think it's quite well sold, which is great. But you have like a half an hour rehearsal for it. That's all. Because you all know the
Yes,
program.
that's all.
That's all.
You know,
Yeah.
you play with us the same without any rehearsal.
You know, yeah, this is the best sorts of concerts when they call and they say, Sarah, can you come and jump in for Klaus or Wolfgang? I say, you say yes, of course, because you love it. And I say, when's the rehearsal? Oh, there isn't one. What are the pieces? You don't know any of them. Okay, so then I get on email and write to Alex and Matthias and say, please, can you send me the MIDI file? So I sit there with my headphones on and go ba 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 ba. I try and learn these pieces, and then the most important thing is when you get to the rehearsal, there is always a little, standing rehearsal, Anspielprobe, and they look at you and they say, they play for a few things, and they say, Sarah, do you need anything else? And actually, I need the whole program. But you have to say, no, I'm fine. That's part of being an extra player, right?
But everybody is really very, very concentrated in concert,
Yeah.
and that makes some
Makes it easier.
Makes it easier. Ja, das kannst du wohl sagen.
Everybody, it was the same
Procedure.
procedure.
For everybody.
For everybody.
So when you
I
came
had
in the
no,
group,
I had no rehearsal.
none at all.
No.
So who did you come? Who did you replace? I can't remember who was in the group before you.
Stefan Popper.
Stefan Popper, that's right. And so you've been there for quite a while. And you turned up and you had no rehearsal.
No.
And you just had to play the pieces.
The music 1 week before.
Yeah.
Then.
For me, that's the reason I want to make the arrangement, because I know already that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's very important. Alex and me, we are doing the arrangement for the group, and we know each other exactly. And every player wants to play his things he can play, and so we try to find pieces and make the parts in this way that everyone feels good with this. And so from the first rehearsal, everyone finds this on this music stand he wants to play. And that's the reason of our success, I think.
Yeah.
Because, for example, trumpet, we have a lead trumpet player in a big band, we have a trumpet player play very technical things, and if you put all this in one part, it's not possible. But we have different trumpet players, different trombone players. with very special possibilities, and in this case it works.
Yeah.
And we have fun.
I'll tell them something to all the horn players out there. Alex and Matthias arrange for the horn players for Klaus and Wolfgang, which means in the first horn parts there are all these high top Ds, because Wolfgang can play the most incredible top Ds. I can never play a top D.
It's the only thing I
Really?
can.
He said it's the only thing he can. It's not true, but it's really true. You do arrange for everybody's things, and now we've got a nice tuba aria coming to see. So that'll be interesting. There's been some great questions. Uwe Köller's trumpet class are watching in the Graz. Hello. Your teacher isn't here. He's on the plane, but I hope you saw his message. And Alexandra Derge, there's all sorts of, we get a lot of brass questions. People want to know all about how you play, what you play. Alexandra Derge wanted to know how many hours did you guys practice where you were at school, and how many hours do you practice now? Okay, we're going through how many hours.
Yeah. Oh no, don't ask me.
Oh God. How many hours?
Normal.
Don't know.
One at school.
1 hour at school.
And now? Good, next question.
Yeah.
Wolfgang, how have you managed to keep going for all these years?
No practicing. It's the best way.
I don't know whether I believe that. But somebody asked further on, I'm sorry, I didn't get the name. Somebody asked, what do you have to do different to play as a horn player with all the brass players? Because you know our problem, we blow backwards.
Yeah, that's right.
And everyone
You should be a little bit louder than the others, always. But you should be, if you are playing alone, very, very smooth and soft. But you have to watch, for example, Ambo and the drummer, because there are Laufzeiten differences.
different timings.
Different timings. We play in the background, and the audience will hear a little bit later.
Yeah.
That's very difficult.
So you mean different
audience,
acoustics.
yeah.
So everything that we
that's
play
it,
comes late, and then it's too late with.
That's it. Therefore, we have to watch really very, very exactly this beat.
And how do you get those high Ds?
Just if you have strong front teeth.
Strong front.
Strong front teeth if you work for everybody.
Okay, good. Ambo, how many hours do tuba players practice for hours? They never get tired, do they? They practice all the time.
In school, high school.
Well, yeah, college, school.
Yeah, I really practiced a lot because I started very late with tuba playing. I was 16 when I started with tuba playing, and when I started studying, I was 21. So I really had the feeling that I have to. Ich muss viel aufholen.
Yeah, you have to. You're a bit behind with everything. Yeah.
So I really.
We practice a lot, and now it's hard. Don't you find that it's hard when you have a job where you play your instrument all the day, and then you don't? It's sometimes hard to find the hours to practice. Except for Matthias, because Matthias practices all the time.
I want to. I have to.
Yeah. Tell us about because I was so impressed when we talked about this recently, and you told me that you need it. You really, it's like your ritual. You love to practice.
Yes, I think it's very interesting to test each day what works not, but I think it's important to have a look, for example, to the singers. They work with their whole body, and we brass players too in a special way. So we cannot ignore our feeling. So if I feel not so good, I have to stop immediately and
That's
wait.
That's a very good tip, because students often ignore that point and then they hurt their lips.
Yeah. And because mostly you have to think, there's a big concert, you have to practice, and it feels not good, you are tired already, and you think you have to practice, but in this case it doesn't work good. So in this case we have to make rest, and on concert day only warm up a little bit, and then the famous standing rehearsal before, and then we have the whole energy for the concert. That's very important.
How do you keep, you have to play all these high notes, Christoph. Do you press like crazy? Tell us the truth.
I think so.
Look, his little finger.
Sometimes there's an arm. Sarah, look at the arms. No, really, sometimes there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure. But normally I'm practicing not more and 20-30 minutes a day. And,
But you have a lot of work to do with the opera. You play still at the.
Yeah,
Well,
not so much,
okay.
but if we have German brass concert, I start 1 week before, and then I
Like
practice
bodybuilding for the lips.
bodybuilding for the lips, so it's about 1 hour,
Yeah.
1.5 hours.
It's great when you play in a concert with German brass, and I stand opposite Uwe and Christoph, and when they get to the really high notes, you see their eyes going like that a little bit. It's great. I love being in that direction of all these high notes. It's
But
incredible.
if I've been 15 years, I got my first piccolo, and I tried to play, and it was automatically up to I don't know what. It is
It's just
really,
something you could do.
I can.
Yeah, because Christoph is actually second. His job is second trumpet at the opera, so your job must seem like tuba playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You relax in his job to play again with the drum.
Yes.
Uwe, what about bass trombone? What tips can you give students playing bass trombone in an ensemble? Always play together with the tuba, I would imagine.
Keep cool.
Keep cool. Is Uwe the cool and calm one in the group?
Yeah,
Yeah?
definitely.
But he's always warming up somewhere. Uwe's
Yeah.
always in some corner, in some room, in some hallway.
When you get older, you have to
Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah.
have to warm up
Well,
longer.
Wolfgang just
Me.
said that he did.
For me.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't fit for everybody. Yeah.
Fritz, how do you manage trombone and euphonium?
I try to change very often.
In the same practice session?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. My practice sessions are only 20 to 30 minutes,
Yeah.
not longer. And when I began my study in high school, where Wolfgang was one of the famous teachers, I practiced after the system from Brani Sloka, you know him. Was about 4 to 5 hours. It was too hard for me. I'm only able to practice 2, maybe
Like
3
2 or
hours.
3.
2 or 3.
Maximum.
Not more, not
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
And if I have time at home, I only play 20 to 30 minutes, and I make 1 hour break, and then the next 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah. But this is people really like to know these
Mhm.
these secret tips of everybody. What is the biggest challenge of playing in the ensemble? Someone wanted to know, Matthias, of learning a new piece. I guess the time of finding time to come together. How do you rehearse? Do you rehearse slow? Do you rehearse quiet? I don't remember you rehearsing actually very quiet. But
Yeah, it's perhaps like a puzzle. Yeah, you know the difficult parts in a piece, and practice first very slow, and then perhaps you think, oh, if you play this on a other trumpet pitch, C trumpet or E flat trumpet, it works much easier. So then I write another part, another trumpet part. It's more time to spend to find the right piece and the right parts, and then it works much easier.
yeah.
And that's a big was das Vorteil, advantage.
Very good, boys.
Yeah,
Very
thank
good.
you, thank you
Very
very
good.
much. If you ask a composer, yeah, he don't know exactly what works with different trumpets or for special players, and that's a great advance for us.
How do you keep your low notes nice after playing so many high notes? Alexander wanted to know.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah, you practice all over the instrument.
yeah. So I at home I practice with piccolo, with a E flat, so all the different instruments.
Every instrument, every day. more or
Yes,
less.
I try, yeah, and that makes it flexible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since 40 years.
40 years.
Together with
You know
Uwe,
why he's so good.
together with Uwe and Rana, we played together in a youth orchestra since 80.
1980. Yeah, Werner,
Yes.
who's not here,
Yeah.
Werner's still in the car. Klaus Wallendorf is also still in the car. He can't make it today. He's on his way back. But as long as they make it in time for the concert, that's okay. Werner, you played at which? The Junge Deutsche Philharmonie?
No,
No, the Bundesjugend.
Oh, no, the National Youth Orchestra.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So then we started to play street music and quintet and so.
How many trumpets do you play in a German brass concert?
It depends, but we have 10
They're
different.
all over the floor, so that when we
Yes.
come on the front for the
Matthias has the
applause,
most.
he has the most.
Yeah.
When we come over on the front for the applause at the end of the concert, you have to. Who was it? You knocked over.
Yeah.
You knocked over a trumpet at the last
Yes.
concert. The Flügelhorn. Oh,
Flügelhorn, yeah.
yeah. So how many do you play in one?
Eight,
Eight.
different, 10.
And a little corner de caccia. Corner de caccia is you and Werner sometimes play this.
Yeah, a very small B flat, high B flat horn. And because our instrument is so colorful, all the brass instrument, it's a big advance to the strings. Yeah, they have always the same sound. Yeah, they have a little mute, but we have so different mutes and so different instruments with different sounds, and we want to show this.
Yeah. No, that's really great. Matthias, by the way, has a really great website, matthiashurst.de, and what's great is that everyone always on the Hangouts wants to know about instruments. You have a whole page that explains all your instruments. So I think you could do that for the whole German brass team, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe you have to organize.
Thank you. This is why they want a girl in the section. For the coffee and the cake and organizing the website. Yeah, right.
But it's a little different because everybody's playing other kinds of. Was heißt Marke?
Mates.
Brands. Yeah. So.
Christoph is also the managing director of German Brass.
Together with
Stefan, you two are the big bosses. What are your plans? What's coming up? Because we have a lot of people asking, when are you going to tour America? When are you going to tour Britain? They want to know when you're coming to the UK. Australia. When can you? I want to come to Australia.
Yes, of course. We want to go to the States and also to Australia. And last years, a lot of people, and especially universities, asks us to come. When does German Brass come to the States? And we had one tour in the Middle West with 13 concerts and one concert at the...
Did you stay in nice motels everywhere?
Yes. Yeah. Every day the same procedure.
McDonald's after the concert, yeah.
And one time we played in Avery Fisher Hall together with the principal brass players from New York Philharmonic, Phil Myers and Phil Smith, and I think they're
Phil
called
Myers.
Holiday Brass.
Yeah.
But that
like five guys.
Five guys. I bet Phil Myers.
It was only three, but it looked like five.
And they came also here to Berlin. Holiday Brass, and we played here together some years ago. So we want to go.
We would like to plan something with you. The Berlin Phil Brass and the German Brass. That would be nice.
Yeah, very nice. Absolutely.
There's a lot of noise going on over here.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
We only have one little microphone.
I see.
in the middle here. But actually, it's really nice. I think when we turn the cameras off, we'll just carry on here and carry on talking. The boys have a concert, so we can't keep you too long. We've been going. We've got some more questions to get. To come to Australia, please. People are writing. Jill has said, Jill Williams over here in the corner. Thank you, Jill. We will get them over to visit you. I promise. Yeah, we promise.
Yeah, we promise.
Okay. What's your usual warm up? Asks Sean. Why don't we shorten that down to say, what's your usual warm up for a concert? Stamp.
Me.
Yeah. What? Stamp. You warm up.
My warm up.
Yeah. What do you do
With
before a
the
concert? Yeah. Just.
It's
a stamp.
warm
A
up.
stamp. I thought you meant stamp.
No.
Stamp. James Stamp.
James Stamp.
You do the whole.
No,
just
ten
bits of it.
minutes.
Yeah. What about do you warm up really, Wolfgang, before a concert?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
Just like stamp the first exercise.
The first four exercises.
Just to get a little bit warm,
Yeah.
a little relax in the lips.
What about trombones, Alex? Alex has to warm up his vocal cords.
I warm up 20 minutes,
Yeah.
half an hour.
Yeah. Before a concert?
Yes.
Gosh, I don't remember you guys warming up 20 minutes before a concert.
Ask Uwe.
Uwe, yes.
Some legato studies,
Legato.
Bordoni,
Yeah.
some scales,
Yeah.
some long notes.
Fritz, what about you warm up on the euphonium before?
I only warm up with the trombone.
With the trombone.
It's good for the euphonium. I begin with 10 minutes low notes.
Yes.
And then I make part of Sluka. A mixture between Binden,
slurring,
and Stoßen.
Yeah. It's important, isn't it, before to warm up before such a big concert? But tuba players can play forever, can't they? They can. I mean, they just play and play.
Yeah, I don't know. All the people are telling this, so.
Is it true?
Might be true.
Is it true?
It depends on the on the big mouthpiece, of course, maybe it's not so exhausting than playing horn. But also tuba players have
Yeah.
sometimes they are tired.
At the end of the Russia piece, that was you look pretty exhausted. Then I couldn't hear it, but but I think everybody's exhausted after the Russia piece. So, what's it called again? The Russland. Russia by day and night.
Yeah.
They are all on your new CD, aren't they? Fantastic Moments. No, which one are they?
No.
Russia's not on it.
No,
that's
it's
why.
not it.
That's why you had to send me the MIDI file because I couldn't find it anywhere. So that's one for the next CD, right? Kendall Gray, who's always a big supporter of the Hangouts. He's in Chicago. Not Chicago, Houston, right, Kendall? Did I get that right? Hope so. When you come together from your various orchestras and jobs, is there anything special you need to do to find the group sound? Or is the group sound just there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
It's
just there.
Yeah, and that's make it very easy for players come only for one concert or for the first rehearsal perhaps, because they find already a group with a very close sound and a very close style and articulation, and so we cannot explain this, but if you play over 30 years together, it's grows up.
Yeah. Alessandro from Italy wants to know, how do you all feel to be famous?
We are.
Of course you're famous. Do you guys think they're famous? German brass is really loved abroad. I mean, Tim, a wonderful Tim in Melbourne, when I said we're going to do a hangout with German brass, he was over the moon, because even though you don't tour all that much,
Stay on Earth.
Stay on Earth.
Nobody feels.
You don't know. Nobody feels it. It's a sweet question. He's an 8-year-old horn player, or he's playing since 8 years. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, thank you for all your questions. There's really a lot coming in. You can read them afterwards. A good one, I think, is from Kai. He wants to know who are your brass heroes. Do you have a brass hero?
Yes.
Yes.
Maurice Andre.
Maurice Andre. Uwe? Start thinking, boys.
For orchestral playing,
Yeah.
it was my teacher here in the Berlin Philharmonic, Siegfried Tieslik. He was a famous bass trombone player over 35 years, and this was my hero.
Yeah.
He was my hero.
I have no hero, but
Your dad who
I
makes
had
the
a
hero.
dream. This was to play with these great guys and with German brass. And
It's
That's fantastic. That's really nice. Matthias?
Yeah, I think if you play together with very famous musicians, it depends not which instrument they are playing. It's all you open your ears and you learn from them. So it's not necessary to find a trumpet player as your hero. If I hear a singer or a violin player, you can learn from everyone. So it's very interesting.
Aber welcher Trompeter?
Maurice Andre.
Maurice Andre.
Yeah. Hans Gantsch.
Hans Gantsch,
Yeah, very famous. So many players, Gabor and so you can learn from everyone.
Yeah. Ambo?
For tuba playing, I always admired Walter Higgers, because when I was young, I heard all the German brass CDs, of course, and I loved it. It's really.
Walter? Klaus Wallendorf.
Yeah, in one kind of course, really, it's a huge guy. But my favorite musician and horn player is Fritz Wunderlich. Do you know?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Fritz Wunderlich. In my opinion, he's the greatest musician. He had so much feeling and so great lines. I like it very much. And my vision was always to play like him, singing on my horn. But couldn't realize it really.
Oh, that's not true, Wolfgang. But singing is very important.
Yeah, really. Yeah. It's really my favorite.
Yeah.
And horn playing, Alan Siegel, you know him, of course.
Alan Siegel, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Rest his soul.
Okay.
I had when I was young, I heard a lot of jazz and rock, and
you could tell that in your
not classical music, and so I had no classical idol, or how do you say? Maybe trumpet. I loved the trumpet, Derek Watkins, something as a lead trumpet player, Christoph.
Yeah.
Yeah, to play my bass. I write. but I had no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
You
question.
know, Fritz Willis used to be a horn player.
I know that he
Yeah.
used to play the horn, and that's probably why he was such a good singer.
I
Yes.
think so,
Yeah.
yes.
Andersrum.
Yeah, yeah.
The other way around.
I missed a great career though. Therefore,
You
yeah.
have to start
Yeah,
a
yeah,
singing
that's right.
career.
Yeah, of course.
You know, you did study singing, Wolfgang. I read it, and you not only singing, you played
Oh,
the
yeah.
violin and the viola.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Are we allowed
yeah,
to say
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The school orchestra.
Yeah.
I was a great violin player. I was, was heißt süchtig?
I was obsessed. I was addicted.
I was
Yeah.
really obsessed to play violin.
What happened?
I broke my
Oh.
hand.
Oh dear.
It's over, yeah.
Before the hangout's over, I have a little surprise for you boys.
Ooh.
There's a group that are really, really big fans of yours, and let's just warm this up. And if I can get this to work, very big fans of yours, and they are a very long way away in San Francisco at the moment, but wanted to send you. It's going to be hard for you guys to see because I've got to show it in the camera. They wanted to send you a little.
Hey, German Brass, we were going to join you on the Horn Hangout, but we got way late here in Napa Valley. So we'll see you next fall on our German tour.
So isn't that nice? That is so
much.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you to Canadian Brass for doing that. The guys, I got in touch and I said you were going to be there, and they said, "Oh, we have to say hi." The idea was to join us on the hangout, but it's 5:30 in the morning, and they had a concert last night, and they said they were going to be in their pajamas and come and say hi. And I said, "It's all right, boys. You don't have to get up." And they made that video for you yesterday.
That's
So
brilliant.
it's
Thank you.
really
Thank
nice.
you.
Big fans. Thanks, guys, for that. So I think we should finish the cake and let you get ready for your concert tonight. Thank you for joining us. It's been a fantastic pleasure to talk to these guys, and I'm really sorry for most of you that you won't hear their concert tonight because it's going to be really fantastic.
I have a little surprise for
You have a surprise for me?
Thanks for inviting us. And this is our new city.
Oh, great! Also, now I can learn the pieces I don't know. Thank you very much. Fantastic moments, German Brass. One of my, I love these pieces. Pirates of the Caribbean, Trumpet Blues, Jealousy. Oh, I'm going to sit myself right down and write myself a letter. Swinging King. Alex, do you sing on this one?
No.
You don't. You all sing on this one, though, don't you?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get this. This is fantastic. I really recommend it. Pirates of the Caribbean is also a fantastic number. So Fantastic Moments by German Brass. Thank you. I don't have it.
Thank you.
So I think to play us out, I think the boys need to warm up a bit more. So how about you carry on with your warm up, and we'll say bye and see you next time on the Horn Hangouts. Carry on. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Lass laufen ein bisschen. So, what can I play? Wolfgang, you have to play a few notes.
Yeah,
now. Just a few
yeah,
notes.
just a few
Yeah.
notes.
Few notes. I'll stay in my cake while the boys play.
Yeah.
So.